Good morning, Scramblers! Today, we are going to learn a story from the Bible. But before we start, can anybody tell me who wears a crown? I know, a king. Today, we are going to learn about Jesus, who is the King of Kings. Shall we find out what happens next?
A long time before Jesus was born, a man called Zechariah wrote about a king that God had promised to send. Listen to what Zechariah wrote. "Everyone in Jerusalem, celebrate and shout. Your king has won a victory, and he is coming to you. He is humble and rides on a donkey. He comes to you on a young donkey." One day, Jesus told his friends, "Go to the village and you will find a donkey and her colt. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything, tell them that the Lord needs them, and they will send them right away." Meanwhile, the people of Jerusalem were excited. They had heard that someone important was coming to town. One girl said, "Maybe it will be a king with a shiny gold crown on his head." Another boy said, "Maybe it will be a warrior riding a big white horse." Another girl said, "Maybe he will have a huge army of warriors." The people of Jerusalem stood outside the city gates, all trying to see what this important person looked like. Who could it be? It's Jesus, riding on a donkey. People started waving tree branches to welcome him. Some people even took off their coats and placed them on the ground. The people of Jerusalem watched as some smiling people walked past them, shouting and cheering, "Hosanna to the Son of David! God bless the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest!" Who did they see? They didn't see a king with a shiny golden crown, nor a warrior riding a big white horse. They didn't see a king with a huge army of warriors. Instead, they saw Jesus sitting on a young donkey, clip-clopping into town. In the city, many people were confused. "Who is he?" they asked each other. "Who can this be?" they said. The crowds answered, "This is Jesus of Nazareth." But Jesus didn't really look like a king that they had expected. But remember what Zechariah had written a long time ago? Even though Jesus didn't look like a king, he was the same king that Zechariah had written about. He was the one that God had promised, the King of Kings.
Now, shall we say a little prayer? Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them on your lap. Hands together, eyes closed. Dear God, thank you for sending Jesus to be our King. Help us to love him and worship him with all our hearts. Amen. Well done for listening. Bye.